Now to those horrific wildfires in Southern California. Yet another fire started today, but a shred of hope as those Santa Ana winds calmed some, helping crews beat back some of the flames that continue to burn tonight. At least 5 people are dead, but that number could rise as fire officials are just now getting to areas they previously couldn't because of the flames. Within the last hour, fire officials say more than 10,000 structures have been burned between the Eaton and Palisades fires. That term structure applying to homes, apartment buildings, businesses, outbuildings, even vehicles. Meanwhile, a curfew could soon be in effect in the evacuation zones around the Palisades and Eaton fires. And that's because at least 20 people have been arrested so far for looting.
Having additional resources, having the National Guard with us, which will augment those resources, will help send a stronger message, keep people out of the impacted areas so we don't continuously victimize the people who have already been victimized, who have lost their homes.
My gosh. Well, that curfew would last from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., but has not yet been implemented. Meantime, President Biden and Vice President Harris spoke about the fires today, the president promising to send federal help.
I'm also surging all federal resources possible to Southern California, including 400 additional federal firefighters, over 30 firefighting helicopters and planes, federally supplied firefighting planes and helicopters, and 8 Department of Defense C-130s that are equipped to suppress wildfires.
He also promised that the federal government would cover 100% of the cost for things like temporary shelter and first responder salaries for the next 180 days. At least 180,000 people have been forced from their homes, many uncertain what they'll find when they get to go back to their neighborhoods as multiple fires continue to burn. We want to once again take you live to Southern California tonight. Jennifer Bjorklund joined us last night from Pacific Palisades community, and tonight she's live in Altadena. Jennifer, I gotta say, it looks a little calmer where you are tonight compared to where we saw you last time. Tell us, what have you seen so far?
Yes. Absolutely, sure is. It is so much nicer here, just as a whole, with the winds dying down. I'm sure it's nice there too, but here is a totally different scenario. In Altadena, yes, it was decimated by fire. The fire cartwheeled through here and hit so many homes and businesses, but there are also homes that are untouched, and to such a point that it's this patchwork of neighborhoods, and these neighborhoods still are inhabited and inhabitable. People have been walking by, taking pictures, hugging each other, looking through their homes that are ruined, and also marveling that their homes are still here. So it's a really different scene because it's not completely locked down as the homes in Pacific Palisades have been. Now, they have been letting people in to the Palisades to get medications with very strict, ID. You have to have your prescription, you're escorted in, you come right back out, no lingering, no loitering. But a few people are getting in there, and a few people are coming out amazed that their homes are still standing because it has just looked so bad from the drone shots from the air and from the shots on the ground. It looks like there's nothing still standing, but there are some homes and a few businesses that have survived in Pacific Palisades. So that's another little silver lining for some people in those neighborhoods as well.
And I'm looking behind you. It looks like you're standing in front of a home that's been destroyed. Have you talked with anyone who returned to find their home burned down?
Yes, we have. In fact, earlier this afternoon, this morning, when we first arrived, there was a small group of people kind of wandering along, and you could tell that they were really shaken up, and they had just seen their home for the first time that was absolutely rubble. And one of the people who talked to me, she came over and she said, "Well, I'm looking for my mother-in-law's ashes."
Oh, wow.
In this burned out rubble of a home. And, you know, it really, she said, you know, I have my family, I have my husband, I have my girls here. This was our first home we bought. This was the American dream. And it's just so hard to let go of all that, even though she has her loved ones and the most important things that you can't replace. There are a few things that also you can't replace, like her mother-in-law's ashes and some of her jewelry that she'd kept, and a few mementos that she just didn't have time to grab before they took off. And those are hard things to watch happen to people. But just the idea that they're just things and you can bring your own spirit back into a place and make it your home again is something that they'll figure out over time. But right now it's just very painful.
Yeah, just devastating. I can't even imagine. Well, thank you, Jennifer. We hope you and your crew stay safe out there. Well, KGW is teaming up with the American Red Cross to support wildfire victims in Southern California. And you can donate by scanning the QR code right there on your screen or visit kgw.com. You can also donate at any U.S. bank branch. Your donation will help the Red Cross shelter and feed evacuees and reunite loved ones who are separated by the fires.